Even though the Republican National Convention was largely canceled Monday, protesters kept their schedule of mocking the war, the Bush administration, and the Republican platform. Though as protests go, it was muted also in light of the hurricane pounding the Gulf Coast. Still, protesters of all ages were out with a message of channeling the funds for war into funding human needs.
To stop the war and instead of dropping bombs, dropping food, and I'm being attacked.
Protesters also argued for inclusive debates and honored those who have died in the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. While some protesters gave credit to John McCain and Republican convention organizers for cutting back on convention activities in light of the hurricane, others were skeptical of their intentions for doing so.
I would hope they're doing better than they did with Katrina, but I suspect this is being driven more by political considerations than compassion. I question their devotion to the American people.
I think it is appropriate that they're cutting back. I'd have to wait and see what else they'll do in response. If funds will go as much to the rebuilding as to the Iraq war.
I guess I'm cynical enough to think they're probably putting it to good use for their party. I guess they're trying to do a decent job this time instead of the indecent job they did last time.
I think it's a crock. It's all a political ploy. The fact that they're cutting short the convention, that McCain, they care. Don't they care? I mean, they didn't care about Katrina.
It's good that there's attention given so that there's not as much tragedy and human suffering as before. In terms of what they're doing here in Minneapolis, it's minor. It's minor in terms of stopping the agenda for a day.
Some here at the protest say that it's easy for John McCain to wrap himself in the American spirit and patriotism that accompanied large national crises, but take issue with the political opportunism of doing so.